My very first Dexter Season 4 episode review video. Before I get into that, though, pretty important, if you're not caught up to the point where I am and rewatching or watching Dexter, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention, as well as put in the description for you. If that happens to be the case and you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. This would be Dexter Season 4, Episode 1. The title of this episode is called Living the Dream. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. We start off the season with Tonight's the Night, as we usually do. Tonight's the night Dexter finally sleeps, as he hasn't gotten much sleep as of late due to his new child being born. Then we see John Lithgow as the Trinity killer. We'll learn about him more along here. He's getting a bathtub ready for his next victim, and then he attacks her once she comes in the bathroom, and then he sits in the tub with her and slightly chokes her out and then cuts her femoral artery so she bleeds out. And then Dexter is shown talking to Harrison, who's crying in the back sleep. I put back sleep, it's back seat, I'm not sure why I did that. And then we have a new intro of Dexter. He's really tired of the intro. He misses slapping the fly, and he can barely pull his shirt off. It's meant to be comical, but it's pretty hilarious. And then Dexter's looking for his keys at Rita's place. It seems like Dexter, Rita, Astor, and Cody all have a new house, I believe. And then Rita finds Dexter's keys. They were in the refrigerator. Then we meet Elliot, who is Dexter and Rita's neighbor, and he kind of helps out with Astor and Cody because they've got their hands full as it is already. And then Deb and the love of her life, Anton, are in bed together. Anton was kind of giving Deb some pleasure there, and then Deb had to go to work. Then we see Dexter. He's in court and brought the wrong notes to convict this killer. Quinn also witnesses this. Deb is halfway through the CI files that the records lady gave her, Francis. And then Dexter arrives at the station as Soderquist is in the background sitting on a bench eating lunch, or Soderquist had just finished eating lunch. Quinn is very mad and upset at Dexter for fucking up and letting Benito Gomez walk. And he tells Dexter about, the people he killed, how it affected a young boy, and a young boy had to buy his first suit for a funeral or court. I don't remember what it was, but Masuka says anything he can do to keep the angry Irish off of his back, let him know. And Dexter's like, Masuka, you're such a great friend. And then we have the crime scene of the bathtub victim. Christine, who's a reporter, wants to know information about the case. And Quinn gives his card to her and says if she breaks this case before him, or before they do, to give him a call. And it's his cell phone. Deb is talking to Maria about relationships. Dexter is doing some blood work. He finds out that Benito Gomez, a former boxer, lives in a trailer park. And then Rita calls, and Dexter does the famous, "Hey, you." Harrison won't go down for his nap, so Dexter has to sing to him. He sings America the Beautiful, and Harrison starts to calm down, so it worked quite well. And Rita's just like, okay, goodbye. So she only wanted Dexter to sing. Masuka wants to go out for drinks. Nobody agrees to go out. And then Angel to the rescue. Dexter does some recon work on Benito Gomez, or Benny Gomez, I guess we want to call him, watching a bar he goes to. Wait a minute. Oh my God. Angel and Maria LaGuerta are screwing and fucking. What happened to Barbara Gianna? I don't know. Astor plays her music really loud, which wakes up Harrison from a nap. And then because of this, Astor's like, well, if you just get me an iPod, we won't have this trouble. So she wants an iPod, so she's going to do things to keep the baby awake. Masuka gets in the elevator with Angel and Maria. They're not trying to tell her what the hell's going on, or tell him what's going on. And then Dexter finds more blood at the crime scene underneath. So it's not the blood. It's already like blood that's dried up over years. So interesting. Quinn is still being an asshole Slightly reminds me of Dokes. And then, oh my God, Frank Lundy walks in. Yes! How's my favorite blood splatter analyst? Dexter says he's his favorite serial killer hunter, and Lundy wants to drop by the station and talk to Dexter. Deb goes to visit one of Harry's old CIs. She says she's not the person Deb is looking for. Another detective asks Angel whatever happened with him and the vice detective Barbara Gianna. Angel says they broke up because they wanted different things. Is that really a good explanation for a character just disappearing like that? And then all of a sudden for him to end up like with Maria LaGuerta? I don't know. Very quick and stupid explanation. Dexter still has his old apartment, even though Rita and him have a house together. I think that's a new house. Dexter goes to an abandoned gym and makes a kill room out of the boxing ring, covers it in plastic. Dexter goes to the bar to wait for Benny Gomez, and Dexter actually falls asleep, and a cop has woken him up tapping on the window. Dexter doesn't get a chance to go after Benny Gomez tonight. Dexter gets home, and Rita wants to have sex. She's been saving some things for when they had some alone time, and Rita says tonight's the night. Oh, now Rita's saying tonight's the night. And then they go to sleep, and not long after, they are waken up by Harrison crying. Dexter tells Harrison a little secret. Daddy kills people. Christine Hill brings Quinn a copy of her article. Quinn asks Christine to dinner. Masuka and Dexter figure out that the house the bathtub murderer was in had the same exact thing happen in 1979, 30 years ago. What are the chances? And then we hear, what are the chances of what? Frank Lundy says. Masuka is very surprised to see Frank Lundy, and then Masuka has to mention LFI on the BHB. Lundy wants to speak with Dexter, kind of alone. Lundy tells Dexter he's retired now. No resources of the FBI anymore. Lundy is trying to track down the son of a bitch that got away, the Trinity killer who kills in threes. And he might be in Miami starting his cycle all over again. Dexter tells Lundy what they're looking at. This thing happened 30 years ago, the same thing. And they kind of talk about Trinity as the most successful serial killer to get away with it. And then Deb sees Frank Lundy. Motherfucking funk. Lundy congratulates her on making detective. He says he'll be seeing her. And then remember, Anton is the love of Deb's life. So Lundy has no chance. And then Angel and Maria get on the elevator. Masuka gets in at the last second. Kind of an awkward scenario. And then Dexter is going to go grab Benny Gomez where he lives. And then Benny is on Dexter's table. And Dexter is jealous because Benny is fast asleep at the moment. And then Dexter wakes Benny up and says, I'm the blood guy. Because Benny Gomez is like, wait, who? I know you kind of. He didn't say that exactly. And then Rita calls while Benny's still on the table. And Dexter actually doesn't answer the phone, hey, you. So that's surprising. And then she tells Dexter that Harrison has an ear infection. And then we see Trinity is punishing himself by taking a very hot shower. I had forgot to add this into the episode review, so this might have happened before or after that, so I just put it in here. But then we see Dexter kill Benny Gomez, and he's got to go get the stuff for Rita. And Dexter falls asleep while driving and goes off the road. The vehicle turns over, I think, 3 times. Too bad Roger Hicks isn't around to give Dexter a new vehicle and a new deal on a new vehicle. Things don't look good for Dexter as the accident ends the episode. So I actually really liked this episode. I thought it was a lot of fun. I mean, Frank Lundy came back, and that's like the greatest thing ever, so I loved it. Good developments of the story. Lundy's back. He's looking for this Trinity killer, but yet you kind of suspect Lundy might know that Dexter's the Bay Harbor Butcher just because of like his senses and how he figures stuff out. So I enjoyed it. I don't like some of the things that happen, in between the seasons. Like, where's Barbara Gianna? Where's Masuka's date? Okay, whatever. It is what it is. As far as the score of this episode, I'm going to give it a solid 9 out of 10. The villain of the episode, the villain that gets killed in this episode, Benny Gomez. I mean, he really didn't do anything, so I'll give Benny. I mean, he got off at least early on at the trial, or the court case, I should say. That's going to be a 6 out of 10 for Benny. We saw Trinity in this episode, and he was very eerie and creepy. Probably the most eerie and creepy person we have yet to see on Dexter, and probably we'll ever see on Dexter. I'll give Trinity a 10 out of 10. As far as the characters of the episode, the female character of the episode, I had a tough time with this one. You could give it to Christine Hill. You could give it to Deb. I'm going to give this one to Rita. And then my male character of the episode, again, you can give it to Angel Batista. You could give it to Masuka. I'm going to give this one to Quinn. And I think Quinn became more Dokes-ish at the start of this season, at least. So you've heard what I have to say. Now, of course, it's your turn. If you're a fan of Dexter or Dexter New Blood, please make sure that you're smashing that like button. Even if you don't like hitting the like button, it helps me out with the YouTube algorithm, and that's very important. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this episode. What would you rate the episode? What would you score the episode? Who would be your characters of the episode, male and female, if you want to do it that way? What was your favorite moment? My favorite moment was Lundy showing up. That was fucking epic, because I was really upset that he wasn't in Season 3. And then, of course, if you want to share the video, do so with whoever you want or whatever social media platform that you want. And last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. You're watching the video anyway. Subscribe to the channel. Join the team. It's sure damn support to be a part of something special. And JDev will return.